Good morning, YouTube. How are we doing? It is peak week number 2. We are 6 days out, and you join me on a pretty chilled morning because my cardio has been pulled out. Oh, what a relief. What a relief. So I'm currently just getting ready for work. I'm going to prep all my meals for in work. It is a rest day and it's a low day, so I haven't got a lot of food today. I'll prep my meals for work, show you what I prep and what I take to work, and work from 7 till 3 today. I will take 3 meals with me today, and I'll just bring you through the morning routine. It's currently 6 a.m. I start work at 7. It'll take me about half an hour, 40 minutes to get ready, get to work, and we will go from there. First things first, the coffee. Let's get a coffee in and we will start prepping the meals for work. Right guys, got the coffee. Again, as always, black coffee, so good on prep. In terms of my meals today, meal 1 is oats, whey, some frozen fruit, some honey and some almond butter. What I like to do though is, because my whey is quite high in this meal, I like to take some whey out and put it in a Ninja Creamy, and I'll have the Ninja Creamy before I go to work, and then once I'm in work I'll have the oats. This is mainly just for satiation. So first thing in the morning, I'm not super hungry, so I don't really like having those oats. They sit a little bit heavy, and when I get into work I'm normally quite busy, so it makes me a little bit lethargic, to be honest. So I like to have the Ninja Creamy, just protein, with a little bit of frozen fruit on, and then a couple hours into work, around 9 o'clock, then I'll have meal 1, oats, and it just feels a lot better doing it this way. That'll be meal 1, basically split into meal 2, and then in work I will have a chicken and rice meal. The chicken is already cooked. I batch cook all my chicken, so I normally cook like 1.5 to 2 kilos of chicken in one go, leave it in the fridge just to make life a little bit easier. So chicken, rice and some green beans, and I'll have 2 of them meals pretty much in work. Food is pretty low, so it's 2,000 calories, 206 protein, 208 carbs and 46 fats. That is the lowest it's been all prep for me, and I will talk about my weight. We have been digging since my last show, and I'll explain that in a minute, but first I'm going to prep all this food for in work, and you can watch me on a time lapse. I've ran out of the sweet cinnamon, so no sweet cinnamon for in work. I've been liking it on my chicken and rice. Weird, I know. In terms of my salt at the minute, I'm having 5 grams of low salt, 5 grams of pink salt. I put it in this little pot each day using a micro scale, the little drug dealer scale. And I'm currently not having any seasonings or anything like that, just to manage salt to the best of my ability, because it is peak week, 6 days out. That is where we're at with the salt intake, and the water intake is still staying consistent, so that's around 7 to 8 litres per day at the minute. And I will make my hydration drink before I go to work. The oats have just been prepped. So what I do is I just prep my I weigh my oats, I put some psyllium husk in a little pot, take that into work, put my whey, some cocoa powder into a little pot, and then I'll put my frozen berries with my frozen green beans into another pot with my chicken, and then my rice will take in, and that should be good. So that'll be the meals for in work. It's going to be a rough day. I do have a monster to take into work as well, which I will be very much looking forward to. And then we'll get into the creamy. I'm starving, so I'm looking forward to this creamy. Right, just had to re-record this because River turned up in her pants. She is finally awake. But work bag is packed. Now we are on to the Ninja Creamy. I actually need to get one more thing. The glass bowl and the baby spoon for the food in work. Can't forget those. I absolutely hate packing that bag because it is heavy, and dragging that around work is not fun, because I do a lot of steps in work. But yeah, that is now packed. And now we are on to the Ninja Creamy. Thank God. Waited all morning for this. What we've got here is 45 grams of vanilla Perform whey, and that is it. And what I will put with it is 80 grams of frozen blueberries, and I'm even gonna really treat myself and have a crunched up one Biscoff biscuit on top. And I normally would have cinnamon, but as we know, that has run out. I'm rubbish at angling this camera. You want the light ice cream. Right, so after your first spin, the creamy will probably look a little bit crumbly. So what I like to do is just add a tiny bit of water and then put it on respin. And when I say tiny, I mean like minimal, like 10 mil. Right, so this has went right. It should look nice and creamy. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Perfect. I've got like a little routine on how I like to do my Ninja Creamy. So what I like to do is, obviously, glass bowl as usual. I like to put half the creamy into the bowl first. And I'm going with 80 grams of blueberries. Then I like to put 40 grams of blueberry on. And then the next half of the creamy on after. Just so there's blueberries in the middle. Best part about the creamy, crunch up one of these bad boys. There we go, people. Look at that. Whoa. You know what? It is the last day of digging for me, and the carb up starts tomorrow. So I'm going to treat myself and put some sugar-free maple syrup on top. And this will be the last day I actually use any of this. Doesn't really seem to affect my digestion anyway, but I want to minimise everything I can in peak week. And I won't really need it when I'm eating a lot more food, because I won't have the cravings. But I'm going to sit down and eat this, and I'm going to chat a little bit about what's been happening leading into this peak week. Right then, peak week, we are 6 days out. So you're going to get daily vlogs from 6 days out. Got the baby spoon for the creamy. So a quick taste test, and then we will get on to having a little chat. So good. Right, after show, my weight went up to 80 kilos. And then it was just holding at 80 kilos for a good 3-4 days. Nothing was moving. So then Max, my coach, he actually dropped my calories down. And since he dropped my calories, my weight has just plummeted. On the Thursday morning, I was 80 kilos. It is now Tuesday morning. I am 76.6, which is my lowest of prep by a good, decent amount. There's Riv, there's the champ. She's here. So I hit a new low today of 76.6. It was down again, Riv, my weight.
Fuck off.
After legs. So yeah.
You were feeling fucked yesterday.
Yesterday was the hardest day of my whole prep. That doesn't surprise me. But the last 3-4 days have been incredibly hard. But it's been incredibly easy to get through it because the amount of motivation I have because of that girl right there winning overall has just lit a fire under me, which has been awesome. We are now very, very flat, and it feels like I have absolutely no muscle. However, that is good. Max wanted me to run flat into this peak week because we are now going to be pushing carbs a lot more. So tomorrow I get my first high day, which is going to be higher than any day I had on my last peak week, so it's going to be like 600 carbs, which is very exciting. So tomorrow I'll record a full day of eating, so that'll be good. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because the show's on Sunday, we will see. I get my food daily in peak week, depending on the look each morning, so we'll see from there. But right now I need to eat this and then get to work. I will catch you after work because I'm not allowed to record in work. Ugh. There we go, people. That is work complete. Hard day. Very hard day. Not gonna lie, the last 2 days have been by far the hardest of prep. Jeez. I just feel absolutely ruined. Like, so ruined. And it makes sense because the last 2 days have been the lowest of prep. of the whole prep, so it does make sense. But man, it's been tough. It's been tough. I'm looking forward to some extra carbs tomorrow. My brain just isn't working. I'm like walking around with like genuinely jelly legs. Like I'm like doing steps, and like as I'm walking, my legs will just like go to jelly, and I'm just like stumbling about. I've also been so cold all day, like freezing. It's a beautiful day, and I'm in the car. I've just put the window down because the car has been in the sun all day and it's fucking boiling in here. So it's the first time I've been hot all day. But I've been walking around work with a hoodie on with my hood up, and everyone's looking at me like, what is wrong with this man? Anyway, so plan of action tonight. It's a rest day. I've got River's show weekend video that is basically complete. We just need to film a little outro, so we're gonna film that. I'm so excited. That's gonna go up today. So when you're watching this, it will be Wednesday, but the River show day will go up on Tuesday. And then me and River are going to go to the gym to do some posing practice. I'm gonna try not to pass out. But yeah, go to the gym, posing, because she's resting as well. So posing practice, and I potentially will jump in the sauna as well. And that'll be it. I will see you when I'm home. I've got a few parcels to pick up from the shop now as well. And I'm also gonna look for that Lando Norris energy drink for me and Riv, because it is number uno at the minute. It's so good. Light work, bro. First shop I went into. You love to see it. Drake back on plan. Cardio was straight up. She's back to digging because she's got final. Right, so back home from work. I finished. Brain is not working. Prep, man. Back home from work. I've just finished editing the show day weekend for River and let her finally watch the video.
No surprises in there.
Yeah, while she did that, I just did some housework. Honestly, rest days are just boring, so this video is probably going to be so boring to watch, so apologies for that.
Do something interesting now.
But we are doing something interesting. We're going to go to...
Is there a secret handshake that we do?
This is going to be on the whim, because we do not have one.
That was it.
What the hell? Anyway, we are going to do something sort of bodybuilding now, aren't we? We're going to go to the gym and do some posing, which is the absolute last thing I want to do. I'm not going to lie, because I have no energy. And walking is hard, standing is hard, posing's going to be even harder.
Did you manage to get all your tan off?
Nearly. It's like a little bit patchy.
How are your calluses?
They're good.
Oh, mad. Mine aren't. And then Ben's been bragging about what a good job he did. He did a fantastic job. What the fuck is that, bro? It's like I've got skin cancer. So yeah.
But yeah, we're off to do posing, and I'm actually going to do some abs as well, and maybe jump in the sauna while Riv.
You got a towel?
Got a towel. Prepared. Got the shower gel.
Wow.
Whoa.
You got the
spare pair of boxers.
You don't change your boxes.
I haven't got any exfoliating stuff. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning.
We should probably go to the shop, because I bought a tan remover. I don't know if you've been like, it was empty.
All I'm going to say is I'm very much a little bit bigger than River, so I did use quite a little bit of it. But yeah, it did pretty much run out yesterday, and I forgot to mention it. So she sent me a voice note in work saying she's going to exfoliate, and I was like, I'm just going to not address that, because she'll be like, you've used it all.
We're going to get buff left.
Yeah, we got get buff left.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, off to the gym now, do some posing, some abs, some sauna, and then we will go to the shop because to get some more exfoliator, but also it's my carb update tomorrow, and I actually just need carbs.
Do you go to M&S?
I need to go Aldi or Lidl, really. So, but the Aldi's right by M&S, so we can go to both.
Yeah, it's a good compromise.
So yeah, let's go do it. Made to do a bunch of me. Right, so we are in the posing room. I don't know if I'm going to record any posing, because number one, I'm so flat at the minute and hate my physique. Also, getting the lighting in here right is super difficult. which makes you just look worse as well. And I've had all my meals today, so you probably won't get any posing footage, but I'll get some footage of me doing abs. How exciting. Honestly, that sauna is absolutely savage. Get a better pump from the sauna than I do my sessions at the minute. Right, that's some posing wrapped up, some abs done, and a little sauna session. I didn't do too much posing. I did about 20 minutes. I physically can't pose at the minute. Like, I'm so flat, can't feel any of my muscles. Energy is just in the bin. Like, I just can't do it. So I did like 20 minutes. I ran through my mandatories about 3 or 4 times. Practiced my posing routine a couple, 2-3 times. Still getting to grips with that because it's a new routine. And then did my abs. So you'll see in the video I do basically 3 sets of each movement that you've seen. The end is just a plank followed by some vacuums, and now I'm just waiting for Rev to finish her posing, and then we're going to go to the shop because I need to get some carbs for the carb load tomorrow. Let's go. I can't wait to eat some carbs. So yeah, go get some carbs. We're going to go to M&S and Aldi. So hopefully they've got what I need. M&S, man, what a shop that is. It's just too expensive, and I just don't have the money on prep. But I'd love to just shop and buy all my food in M&S because it is just the best food by far. You best bet in off season, these sourdough bagels are getting smashed. That is an absolute bargain. I'm picking up some of these and they're going in the freezer. Right, I'll just run through my shop quick. So we got 3 packs of these burgers, which are normally like $5.50, got them for $2.75. They will be going in the freezer for when the off season starts, to have with those sourdough bagels that I showed you in M&S. Got some frozen blueberries, 2 packs of rice cakes, because we're going to be going through a lot of rice cakes in the next few days. Very nice. Some more oats because I was running low. Some 85% dark chocolate because I've got like 40 grams to eat this tomorrow. That's going to be lovely. My veg is going to be asparagus during peak week. And we also got some bananas. And that is everything. And that is also going to be the end of the vlog. So I've been saying it's 6 days out all day. It is not, it's 5 days. So that shows you how preppy I am. I'm 5 days out. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Apologies if it's been boring. But tomorrow I'll do a full day of eating. That'll be more exciting. More carbs. We've got a training, so we got a push session, pump push session. Can't even speak, man. Can't even speak. But yeah, I'm going to sign off here. If you've watched this, thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.